Alright guys, how's it going? I know you probably can't see much. I'm on my way to this property I'm gonna hunt this year. This is my first time ever hunting this property, I guess. It's opening day here in PA statewide.
So, just got in here. I got in here pretty late. I got off work a little bit later than I would have liked to today. But right behind these bushes, right over there, I walked in here. I'm not quite where I wanted to be, but there's two pretty fresh looking scrapes right there. We've been starting to lose leaves and stuff. There's no leaves, no acorns in any of them. And I was actually getting up in here. I just finished pulling my bow up. Didn't have my camera gear or anything even set yet. And there was a deer, I don't even know what it was, I just heard it stomp. I turned around real slow. And when I turned around, it was running back that way. Which I had a camera back that way somewhere, so we'll see. Maybe it'll go past it and I'll know whether it was a buck or a doe, but it was right there. It was on a trail that I'd seen coming into this scrape, so maybe we'll get some other ones. I got a creek bottom down below me here to my left, kind of in front of me, and to my left you can see kind of slightly going downhill maybe. So I wanted to go to a scrape that was all the way down there, pretty good ways, but I'd found it. Nick and I guess had found it a while ago, so that's where I was gonna go, assuming it was still getting worked.
Alright guys, how's it going? It's I don't even know what today's date is, like the 14th or something maybe. But done a couple sits, haven't really had much luck with anything. And now I'm leaving work at the moment and am going to see if I can get it done tonight. We'll see. I'm gonna be hunting the next like 3 or 4 evenings, possibly all in the same spot. We'll see how it goes. But just got a nice cold front coming through, and I just feel like this is where I need to be. And I'm just gonna keep kind of being, I'm gonna get real aggressive, basically is kind of my goal the next 3 or 4 days. And see if I can make something happen. Or maybe I'll blow it up and totally, completely ruin my chances of this place. But sometimes you gotta risk it, I guess, or, you know. It's a newer property, it's my first year hunting it, so I really don't know what to expect, so I'm still kind of learning it, and I'm not sure if this is the best way to do it or not, but that's the way I'm going to attempt to do it. So I guess we'll find out here in a little bit and over the next couple days. I just ran a wrench over those in the middle of the road. That was lovely. Alright guys, how's it going? So, it's next morning. I was pretty, I guess, flustered, we'll call it, and just frustrated after that hunt last night. That 9-point came in. I've had him on camera like all year, all summer, I guess we'll put it, in this late summer, early fall, like time frame transition for hunting. And just, you couldn't really tell because I cut so much of it out, but from the time I seen that buck, well, I guess I had seen him and then like was watching him, I glassed him up to find out, you know, if I knew which buck it was or if I recognized him or just if it was a buck I was gonna shoot or not. And he's a pretty nice buck. I mean, he's got his main beam with 5 up on is like super long compared to his other side. At least to me it seems like extra long. And I think he was like maybe a 3-year-old, I don't know. He might have been a 2-year-old. I'm not the best at judging size, or age, I mean, but if I were to guess, I'd say he was like a 3-year-old, but had history with him, so I was like, okay, sweet, this is the one I want to kill. And I watched this thing for about, I think the video length is like 48 minutes or something like that, so it was a long time this thing took to get from around 60 yards to like 20 yards, 22 yards. He just kept, you know, real slow. He had seen me move once or twice. I didn't have a whole lot of cover and I wasn't staying real tight to my tree. Like, I just made a bunch of rookie mistakes, if you want to call it that, I guess. But yeah, I kind of got impatient. It's hard to tell in the video, but like he just starts to turn his head slightly and I just kind of like blacked out. Like, I just said, oh, he's turning his head, and I went to draw back and his head was really not, looking back, his head was not turned that much. Like, he definitely could still see me out of the corner of his eye. And I had barely gotten settled on him and he boogered. So that was pretty frustrating. And he really didn't booger that bad. He only went out to like 45 yards. But he was just facing away from me. There was a lot of thick stuff and I wasn't taking that shot. So that was pretty frustrating, but it is what it is, I guess, you know. Move on to the next one and hopefully we'll get it done here. I know the video's a little weird. There's a bunch of sits kind of compiled together, but I just hadn't seen a whole lot, to be completely honest with you, you know what I mean? Like, haven't seen many does this year, which is kind of weird. Most of the time if I've seen something, it's been a buck, but just not a shooter, you know what I mean? I'm kind of being a little picky this year. Mainly it's just fun for me to like have that buck tag in my pocket, you know what I mean, and try to kill a big buck. And if not, then, you know, end of the season or maybe later into the season here, I'll settle for something. But I'm just not like at the place I want to settle, and I just want to find one that I'm happy with, and if it gets me excited, then I'm gonna give it my best shot. But yeah, sorry I didn't give any updates last night. I was, you know, trying to grunt them back in if I could or something, you know what I mean, and see what happens. Hopefully he doesn't leave the area. Hopefully he's still around, but we'll see. On to the next one, I guess. That's all. Thanks for watching, guys.